Greetings, students. Today I am going to continue discussing Native American testimonies as we continue our U.S. History Part 1. So this section is from Part 1 and it is called First Encounter to Dispossession. And the chapter title is Premonitions and Prophecies. And prophecy is one of your vocabulary words, so yes, here we go. Before the coming of the white man, bronze-skinned men and women from northern Asia had been exploring and settling the Americas for anywhere from 10 to 50,000 years, according to archaeological estimates. They almost certainly began by trekking in small bands from Siberia to Alaska across a land bridge spanning what is now the Bering Strait. By the 15th century, their descendants had spread southward to populate both continents. When Christopher Columbus came ashore in the Bahamas, North America alone was home for an estimated 2 to 10 million people. Think about that. Think about that. A lot of people already here when they estimate Christopher Columbus landing on these shores, right? So the Spanish admiral, believing he had found the long-sought western passage to the Asian mainland, made the notorious error of dubbing them Indians. By then, these Native American peoples had developed some 300 distinct cultures and spoke over 200 different languages. That's also tons of languages. Just think about that. Not just one language, which is what's our dominant language, English. No, no, no. Over 200 different languages. In North America, their numbers were most concentrated along the coastal strip that is now California. About 56 people every 50 square miles. Think about that. The Southwest was a second major population center, nearly 14 inhabitants per 50 square miles, while east of the Mississippi lived an average of 9 natives per 50 square miles. Like human societies everywhere, these Indian cultures had not been standing still. By 1492, North America had already seen the rise and fall of an array of Native American civilizations. From Canada to Florida, from the Atlantic coast west to California, archaeologists have discovered many thousands of pre-Columbian earth mounds, the result of the work of tens of thousands of Native Americans. Think about that. Some of the earthworks were foundations of temples built by Ohio and Mississippi River Valley peoples, who also produced striking art in pottery, copper, and shell. Other mounds were burial sites, constructed by farming groups who flourished over 3,000 years ago. Excavations at Cahokia, Illinois, near present-day East St. Louis, have uncovered the remains of a prehistoric city which once contained, it is estimated, from 40 to 60,000 inhabitants. And I can tell you myself, because I travel there and I visit this archaeological site when I attend another seminar in the area, and the museum is fabulous. And they know now that there were at least 2 million inhabitants at Cahokia Mounds. So that was beyond whatever they're saying here. Now we know that there were, an estimated 2 million people that occupied that part of Cahokia, Illinois. And throughout the canyons and mesas of Southern California and northern New Mexico, pre-Columbian apartment house remains can still be visited. Stone and adobe terrace dwellings skillfully built up to 4 and 5 stories in height. Erected by the fabled Anasazi centuries before the arrival of the white man, they were the homes of highly religious and relatively peaceful farming societies. Peaceful. Some of these cultures had disappeared entirely by the end of the 15th century. Others were undergoing profound social transformation. It is intriguing to imagine what civilizations might have developed if the natural evolutionary process had been allowed to continue. I'm going to repeat that. It is intriguing to imagine what civilizations might have developed if the natural evolutionary process had been allowed to continue. And what does that mean to you? What does it mean, natural evolutionary process? And what does it mean, had been allowed to continue? Those are all questions that we will explore. Nonetheless, the white explorers and settlers who brought it to a halt found an impressive range of Indian groups. The word tribe does not do justice to the extreme variety of their political organizations, methods of food gathering, cultural and religious patterns, and population size. In the Northeast, the first whites arrived after the 5 Iroquoian tribes and established a permanent political union. So right there, I'm going to stop and you can tell me your thoughts. There will be a Google form attached. You can just go ahead and write a very brief summary and tell me what you think about that. Thanks for watching.